Hello guys, sitting here in Johannesburg on the eve of this South African T20 auction with Faf du Plessis, Faf, with a new hairdo as well, which is looking good. It's been a strong winter of growth upstairs, Faf.
Yeah, I've been bored for a couple of weeks. So what better way of spending your time is reinventing yourself with a new hairstyle, Flem.
Yeah.
I actually got that from you all the years of spending time with you.
Let's move on. And you're recovering from a couple of little surgeries. You going well?
Yeah, going really well, thank you. Just a really good time just to take some time and get everything sorted out.
That's fair. It does take a little bit of time. Getting Ferraris fixed can take a bit of time, so that's good to hear. But we're here on the eve of the auction. We've been going through, as usual, a number of scenarios. This one has a mixture of, again, nerves. Every time there's a big auction, the onus goes on the squad and what you want to do. This has been no different, really, has it?
Look, I think for me, it's just really nice coming into a space like this. First of all, catching up with great people. So like seeing you guys after a while since Texas, it's just great to be in this space again. But absolutely love the process of just getting stuck in the thick of things. And I think it's so important to do all the work, all the experience that you have in auctions is worth absolute gold. Sri, what he brings to the party has been amazing. So I think everyone adds something different. So I think we've got that trust over a period of time now where I always feel like we on the same wavelength, but different, and it complements each other so really well. So let's start talking about teams and talking about players. There's always that synergy between me and you in the way that we think we would like to set up teams, but be different in the way that we get there, if it makes sense.
Yeah, same wavelength. It's quite interesting after auctions. There's always fans and people who support our teams and some that don't, that always have either questions or criticisms. And one of the things to sort of acknowledge is that even with all your planning, it's not that we don't ignore players. The subtleties around an auction and when players come out and how much you budget and spend and whether your plans are in line with other teams. I think that's what creates the anxiety. If you just had the piece of paper and you pick what players, often your teams look a lot different. So the dynamic of an auction is hard because of having to go through so many scenarios, isn't it?
And that's what makes it exciting, the planning process, isn't it? Because otherwise it would be so dull and there wouldn't be that nerves because it's the unknown, right? It's the unknown.
I'll take dull, I think. I'm pretty happy with dull.
Me too. What tomorrow will bring is that when you sit there and you're the main guy there making the final call on players, the heartbeat is there, it's the energy because you're like, it's no control really. You think you're in control, but you've got no control. So that process is always exciting, and I don't think there's always a right and a wrong. There's just a path, and you just have to move with what that path gives you, right? So
yeah, and the other thing, the great thing is that there's a lot of great young talent. So young players become the talk of the town. Really, the IPL was, and certainly from my experience, it's been about experienced players and using that to try and win trophies. But there has been a bit of a shift. Certainly put my hand up that young players are now coming through and creating some real competition around some spaces. And South Africa is no different. In fact, there's probably more young talent that's simmering away and about getting opportunities in South Africa. So exploring those over the last 3 days has been good as well.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you're spot on there. The game has evolved so much that just experience on its own doesn't count for that much anymore. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, that played a really important role, but it's so fast-paced now, the game. And even the older players that are not evolving with the game gets left behind in a way. So I think that's great, that's how it should be. But definitely that brings the new crop of players with that fearless mindset, and they don't have the baggage and they only know one way, which is super exciting. And you've seen of that in the IPL, guys who's unknown and just come out and shoot the lights out. So the great thing that the SA20 has done is obviously it's catapulted some players' names into the national side, but also into the IPLs. But I think it's been really good for the cricket as well. If you look at South African cricket over the last 2 years or 3 years since the SA20 came into it, Test Championship, lots of series wins, World Cup finals. So I think it's exciting because I think South African cricket is the world's its oyster now. That ceiling has been cracked, and I think there's some great things to come.
Yeah, and it's obviously inspiring players to come through, because that talent that we're now seeing and the opportunities it's presenting it is in some ways making the auction more difficult, but with more players available, the quality of cricket will go up. So, look, I think that's a little bit of an insight from Faf and I. The key message is there's a huge amount of planning that goes into this. There are a lot of nerves and anxiety about getting the team that you want and how you want to play the game. Based at the Wanderers, there's sort of the Coast and Wanderers, so trying to get the home balance right. And a group that sort of represents the area, which is Johannesburg. And the team has done well. We've got close with the semi-finals, but we're aware that getting across the line is very important as well.
Yeah, and I think both of our, I even sense that with you, lately, as there's still a hunger. And that's the same with me. There's a huge hunger that just playing the game is not enough. We're in this to win. So that's I don't think you can do it anywhere else. So let's go.
Yes, hoping for tomorrow, good day, and it's the first part of our season really. So thanks for your support and look forward to a big auction tomorrow.